Finger is doing much better. Basically healed up. This is Strathmore 80-pound drawing paper. Speedball Imperial 101 nib. In a holder. I keep the ink filled up just high enough in the bottle that I can dip the pen and touch the tip to the bottom of the bottle. That's what I use as an inkwell. I can touch the tip to the bottom and not overdo it. Not get ink up onto the holder. I like to start out this one the same way I start out every ink drawing. We start by making a mark. Very unsure at this point, you know. No confidence. No idea of where this is going. No feel for it. I just follow one line with another line. I stop occasionally, take stock of where the drawing's at. Look to see where it might be headed. No rush. No hurry. Drawings are just like paintings. The rules apply in terms of how we make work. If it's not good, if it's not exciting, inspiring, interesting, beautiful, if it doesn't make sense, it's not finished. You just keep working on them. And if they get overworked, and the medium you're working in doesn't accommodate overworking, doesn't function with that, with overworking, then, rip it up and start again. But if it will benefit from some work, then keep working or set it aside and come back to it. That's the way. It's the only way I've ever known. Lines don't always match up. They don't always cooperate. The hand can be unsure. Doesn't always work out great. Correct it when you need to. Throw it away when that's what's called for. Today, not a great art day. Did that keep me from working? No. Was the work a little less enjoyable? Yeah. Is that the end of the world? No. Oh, why would I do this? Thoughtless. Just putting that in there. You see what I did? I filled this space that was open and nice. And not even with particularly interesting lines, you know. That I qualify as a mistake, you know, crowding that area in there. Oh, and I keep doing it right there. Weird. Now that's just so busy to the point where I'm like, you know, disturbed by it. It's not good. Anything to get out of this. Bold strokes. Ugh. Twist it, you know. Well, maybe you don't know. By that I mean which way is this one directing? I think it goes like this. A ribbon, a frill on this side. See that? You accentuate and define these open areas, but leave them open. Like that should have been left open, you know? It's okay though. It's not a deal breaker. What's going to go there? Another frill. Keep these so light if you can. Even more defining. You know, these lines. Now this is where it might be nice to get in there with magnifying glass. Maybe not though. Ooh, still feeling the sting of this. But this opens it up. That gives it some space. I accept it. I'm not through with it. Doing a frill, a ribbon here makes me think of a face. You know? Like that. Maybe not. Weird. Yeah, they're not always pretty, you know. A lot of faces aren't. But they're valuable, they're interesting, they have life. This one, has that quality. Some kind of rule that, like, as long as it looks deliberate or something, maybe that's a rule, I'm not sure. If it looks deliberate, it's good. You know what form I'd like to see appearing more in these? Flowers. I don't like what that just did in terms of filling that in, but I like that it existed. I like that it exists. You know. Never put mushrooms in these, you know. They appear in my painting a lot. Why not? Part of the point with these drawings is to demonstrate demonstrate that you don't have to wait around for inspiration. You know, sitting down, doing the work day in and day out. It's a big part of where it happens. You know, it's a big part of making it happen. It's the biggest part. Honestly. I mean, mood swings, ups and downs. They come with the territory as an artist, you know. Playing a confidence game with yourself, you know, all the time. The main thing is just not to give them more power than they need or, you know, are asking for. Like freaking out about a dry spell, grasping to get other, you know, away from a dry spell, for instance, or a lack of flow, you know, panicking if you're not having the flow, the confidence. Just adds pressure. You can short circuit that. Part of this process, this drawing process, is creating messes you got to get out of. Like this is messy. I mean, if you notice, it's very messy. You know, just to not take it super seriously and go, oh my God, I can't be creative. I'm losing the spark, you know, the vision's gone or whatever. Maybe my best days are behind me, you know. I remember other times with other drives. Were they better than, more intense than now? Is that intensity something to mourn, you know? Or is it something to, you know, celebrate, but also don't fetishize? I mean, now is always the best time to be making art. It's the most happening. It's gotta be. The idea that it was another time was like the prime time. The real time. The time when it was really happening. And that time is in the past. I mean, my God, that's a pretty grim concept. Okay, right at this point, I step back. I mean, not physically, but I, you know, maybe, yeah, a little bit. I move my head back, look, Where are we in relation to the sides? That's about as far as you want to go. Maybe this one ends around here. Maybe we just stop. Maybe something comes here. You want to have one more place where it's open. Sometimes you just don't want to think about that. You just do it. See how those lines are a little more flared? Has that energy. You want to have through lines that are strong, like these. Like I'm sort of missing one here. Like this line could have been heavier, and there should be one around here. Something to just kind of go zap, zap. Maybe here zap. Maybe not. Maybe it's okay without it. But the point is, you need these flared lines, these action lines, because some of the lines I'm just skittering across the top, just barely touching little fill-in lines, or you're just barely. Then other times you dig into it, you can start to hear the scratch. It goes, It's like combo. But these kind of breaks between lines, that's like, to me, is the highest. Element of these drawings, kind of. It's the part where like the magic is, where you really see the eye-hand coordination, and it's most basic, like that, the ability to miss those two things just by a hair. And then other times just to sync up perfectly, not go over. There's a immediacy. That's why I think of this, and I've said this many times, I will say it many more times. It's like my version of calligraphy painting, like Zen brush painting. It's my practice in that vein. Ink on paper, no corrections, no redos. Here I'm hesitating, I'm feeling like, I feel like if I put a mushroom on there, we're going to get too close to the top, that's not going to work. You want to kind of leave it there, like, is it a tape? Is it a mushroom? Is it a symbol of some kind? Does it fold over like that? Do we cap it? Do we leave it open like that? There's got to be something else to it, right? Maybe just some shag, just a shaggy bunch of fur up there. Would that just look weird? I don't mean weird. I mean, obviously, weird is fine. I just mean, would it look pleasing? Sometimes with these drawings, I will do them in 2 sittings. I don't always finish them. Like sometimes I'll get to a place where it's like, okay, that's good enough. Let's set it aside. Think about it. No stamp yet. Just going to set that one aside and look at it. I like to prop them up on my desk so I can see them for a while, a few days. I sat with this one. On the desk. I looked at it a few times. And I decided it's done. I like it the way it is. So I'm just going to and then the date is 04 1, 3. And we'll do this one A. That's okay. If I just do 2, there's only 2 that are doing this. This one's A. So that's that.